Hey, we hit 1 million views on YouTube, which for me, I just feel like just dancing because this is a big deal for us, okay? So today I'm going to speak to you about how much YouTube paid us for 1 million views on YouTube. I know you'd love to know. For me, for certain, I wanted to know myself, so I went and checked behind the scenes. I'm going to be sharing with you behind the scenes of the Humble Penny, screenshots, so you can see for yourself exactly how much we got paid by YouTube for 1 million views on this channel. Better than that, I'm going to be sharing with you why we actually got paid that much money, and also just general wisdom around why I highly recommend jumping onto the YouTube platform and starting your own channel potentially. My name is Ken of the Humble Penny and Financial Joy Academy. What we do on this channel is give you the tips, the insights, the practical hacks to help you work towards a dream life of financial independence and money joy. I love creating here on YouTube. It's actually something that I never thought I'd ever start. And to think that just over a year after we started this YouTube channel, creating properly on this channel, we've hit 1 million views. So let's dive in now and start to look at, the details behind how exactly we got to where we are today from an income perspective. And I'm going to start this journey before I actually share the number to you, because a number is just a number. It's a number, right? But I want you to understand how we actually generated that income. What makes up that income, so that you can actually turn this into a bit of an educational episode and apply these ideas for yourself. To make this video fun today, we asked a bunch of you guys in our community and across our socials how much you think we got paid by YouTube for 1 million views. And it's fascinating. I'm looking at my phone here on Instagram, for example, which I'll put up on the screen. And we've got various people saying £2,500, £8,000, £20,000. Somebody actually said £1 million as well, which I thought was just a bit like, that would be amazing, but seriously, 1 million? So you can see, it varies. Some people said 1,000, and lots of people don't actually know what makes up the income that you can generate on YouTube, and to what extent, what the various factors are that lead into that number that you get paid by YouTube. So today I just want to unpack what those factors are so that you can kind of understand them from an educational standpoint, and hopefully it might encourage you to potentially explore YouTube, not just as a place you go to make extra money, but as a platform that can lead to so much more, which is what we see YouTube as in our own world. Okay, right, let's dive in now and begin to look at those details that make up the various aspects of our income here from YouTube. Okay, so for some perspective, we've been running our YouTube channel now for just over 1 year, so just a year and about a month or so. And in that time, we've had 1 million views on the channel with around 26,000 subscribers. Okay, so that's what we've had in the 1 year period. Okay, now the first factor that plays into the revenue that we generate here from YouTube specifically is the CPM. The CPM stands for the cost per milli. Okay, this refers to how much advertisers are willing to pay to advertise on our channel, essentially. And that CPM varies depending on where people are watching your channel from. So for example, our channel here on the Humble Penny, the majority, around 80% of the people who watch our channel are from the UK. And around 10% of those people are from the US. Okay, so looking at my phone here, looking at my stats, over the last 28 days, for example, the CPM, which is the cost per 1,000 impressions, the milli is 1,000, for the US is $22 per 1,000, right? And for the UK, for those watching from the UK, it's $16.63, which is just utterly insane, right? It's a really, really high CPM. And if I look on average now over the period that we've had the 1 million views, the CPM for the US is $17.61. That's the average CPM. And for the UK, it's $14.98. Okay, again, very high CPM. So what that means is the type of channel we've got here is a personal finance, money related channel. And for that, lots of advertisers are willing to pay a lot more to put their products and services in front of our viewers, because you guys are people who will more likely want to potentially spend money on a product or a service. So for that reason, advertisers are willing to pay more to get in front of the audience. And that way they hope to make a return on investment in the near future. So essentially, the higher the CPM, the higher the revenues. So that's one thing that might give you a clue for what sort of income we might have generated with 1 million views. Okay, so the second thing is the country that people are viewing your videos from. As I mentioned earlier, we get the majority from the UK, and as such, that then drives a higher CPM. The third thing is the length of the videos. Okay, so you might know this, but videos that are more than 10 minutes in length give the content creator, like me for example, the opportunity to have ads inserted within the actual video itself. Okay, so for us, our video units actually are a bit longer than 10 minutes most of the time, because we are typically explaining various concepts, and we find that our average length is about 14 minutes long. In a good way, that serves us from an income perspective, but that's not the main reason why we have our videos a bit longer, because we tend to talk about concepts that might take a bit more than 10 minutes, which is 600 seconds to actually convey, okay? So for that reason anyway, anything more than 10 minutes would generate a fair bit more income on. Next is the number of ads that go into your videos, okay? So we, for example, don't choose how many ads go into our videos. We just let YouTube actually do that. But a lot of content creators have the freedom and the flexibility to choose exactly where their ads go and how many ads go into the specific videos themselves, okay? For us, we find that to be too much work. So we actually let YouTube choose where it's best for them to put an advert into the video. And as such, by putting those adverts into the video, we then generate an income on this channel. So the next is the retention of viewership of each video that you create. Okay, so obviously the longer people watch your videos, the more likely they are to come across ads that are placed on your videos, and the more likely you are then to generate some income from creating that specific video. So for us, for example, we tend to have quite decent retention for our videos. On average for our channel, we have over 8 minutes of viewership across all our videos, okay? And I believe the average across YouTube itself is anything between 2 and 4 minutes, something to that effect. But, we tend to have really good kind of retention and engagement. And as such, because of that, that then means more people are likely to come across, ads on our channel, for example, which then leads to the channel generating some income. Okay, so now that I've talked to you about the key elements that make up the income that we generate on this channel, let's now dive in and talk about the actual monetary aspects themselves. I'm going to reveal the number to you right now. And then after that, I want to talk to you about the key learnings from a wisdom perspective that I've picked up from creating on this channel for the last 1 year. Okay, now let's look at the numbers themselves. I'm going to be sharing on the screen now the income that we've generated from this channel. So first I'm going to share the dollar amount, which is $11,719.68. This is how much we've generated as income for 1 million views here on YouTube. And in sterling, that's £9,238.87, okay, which again, I will put up on the screen for you to see. You can see on there that, our average CPM over that period of time was £15.35. Okay, that's the average CPM that led to us generating that level of income here on YouTube. Now, what's really interesting about that is that although, we've made, nearly $12,000 or about £9,300, what's really unique about the YouTube platform is that the level of income that we get paid on YouTube is only a fraction of the overall income that we actually generate on YouTube. What I'm sharing with you right now is income from Google AdSense, okay? It's what we get paid for advertising, okay, on the channel, which is interesting. But the real income that comes from YouTube, it's at least 5 times that number, because there are various other ways in which we can generate an income here on this channel, okay? So I'd love to now talk to you about what those various other areas are. And through doing that, I will share other behind the scenes images for you to kind of see, get a sense for what I'm talking about here on this video. Okay, so the first lesson I'd love to mention about YouTube is that YouTube offers you diversification, okay, which is really, really fascinating. And I'd love to explain this, first of all, by talking about the various videos that we have on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to put up on the screen for you to have a bit of an idea of what I'm talking about here. You can see on the screen that all our videos are essentially their own income streams. Okay, so every single video that we create on the YouTube platform has its own income every single month. And this is the beauty, because if you have various videos performing very well over time, what you essentially have is diversification. So you've got income from multiple different sources. And this is just talking about videos. We're not even talking about other forms of income that come through the YouTube channel itself. So that perspective means that, you could even view, as Mary and I do, each of our videos as assets, essentially. Assets that are out there working for us every single day, week, and month. Next is collaboration. So a big benefit from producing on a YouTube platform is that you can generate an income from sponsorships. So we've had sponsorships from some really, really big brands here on this YouTube channel. Everybody from, IG Markets to eToro and lots of other really large brands that we're speaking to behind the scenes, that we might eventually decide to work with at some time in the near future. And the way that works essentially is that, you have something called a YouTube integration. And so whenever you work with a brand, and you might be used to this already from watching other YouTube channels, but essentially you have an integration of a brand into a video. And for that, you generate a few £1,000s of extra income from your channel. Next is affiliate marketing. This is a way in which we promote products that are not ours, but products created by other people, but for which we find them useful in some way to us and to our audience. We promote them, and by doing that completely transparently, our audience, when they purchase things via those links, we generate an income here on this channel. This is actually quite a big part of the income that we generate here on YouTube. In fact, there's no month that goes by that the affiliates that we promote on our channel don't deliver at least a 4-figure sum per month from the channel itself. So again, these are income streams that are outside what I mentioned to you earlier as the income that we received from ads. Affiliate marketing is a big revenue generator, not just on a YouTube platform, but also on a blogging platform, which is actually our favorite platform for creating content. But we're applying the same ideas that we've learned in the blogging world here also on YouTube as a way to generate some extra income. Next is selling digital products here on YouTube. So the beauty of creating digital products is that once you've put the time in, that's it. You put the time in, and therefore you can go about promoting those digital products across different platforms, YouTube being one of them. Okay, so for us, we have everything from online courses, ebooks, memberships, so many digital products that exist to offer value in different ways. And by doing that, people therefore pay for solving their problems. And YouTube is a great place for being able to do that, being able to promote your products to your audience. But the key thing, and I always mention this, is that your products have to be serving a specific need. Otherwise, no one will pay for them. YouTube acts as a great platform for us to talk about our digital products and a good way for us to generate an income by helping other people solve their problems. Right, in addition to all those revenue sources that I mentioned, which we actually generate an income from, there are many others, things such as coaching, selling merchandise, signing up to Patreon. These are all different forms of income that one can generate here on YouTube. But the key point above everything I've mentioned, and this is the point I really want you to leave with from watching this video, is that owning your own platform is really where it's at. Okay, if you want to generate some extra income as a side hustle, if you want to create a business, these platforms such as YouTube or starting your own blog and so on are actually platforms that can help you create multiple streams of income over time. Okay, I'd love to refer you to a video we've created earlier on how you can go about starting your own YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it below and above for you to check it out. If it's something you're interested in starting, feel free to check out that video where we go step by step to explain to you what you need to do in order to create your own YouTube channel. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video today on how much YouTube paid me for 1 million views on this platform, okay? If you really enjoyed it, please hit that like button because it really helps encourage a ton more people to engage with our videos. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get notified when we publish our videos twice a week, typically on a Tuesday as well as a Thursday. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Did that number surprise you? Did it surprise you that we made that amount of money from 1 million views on this channel? I'd love to know. Did you think that number was too small, or did you think that number was really encouraging? And what did you think of the perspective that I shared to you, that the amount we actually generated on this channel is really only a fraction of the reality and the potential on a platform like YouTube? I'd love to know. Share it in the comments, and I'd love to jump in there and engage with you. I'd love to also know, have you considered starting your own YouTube channel? Okay, if you have considered it, I'd love to know what's stopping you from doing it. Okay, if you've got your own channel already and currently struggling to get that channel moving forward and getting some views, let me know what your challenges are in the comments, and I'd be willing to jump in there and share some real life perspectives. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. I look forward to seeing you again on our next one. Take care and bye for now.